Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the new comic book show. This is the preview video for July 17th, 2024. We have a ton of stuff to get into. It's a huge week for covers and new titles. So we're just gonna jump right in because there's a lot to get to. So all right. So first up for cover fire this week, our first pick is Superman 16. This is the Pablo Villalobos variant featuring Zatanna. I absolutely love this cover. Pablo Villalobos is someone that's been popping up a lot on the list. He's definitely one of the hottest cover artists out there right now, in my opinion. But I absolutely love this. I'm a big Zatanna fan, so I'm just really digging this. I love the backlighting to it. It just really works for this cover. There's a couple. Zatanna will pop up again in this category, but was really digging this one. So this is our first pick for cover of the week. Our second pick is the Incredible Hulk number 14. This is the Gabriel Dell'Otto variant. Just a really, really strong Hulk cover here. But don't see too many Hulk covers pop up, which is kind of a shame, but this one is beautiful. Love the moon in the background. This is just a really, really great, badass Hulk cover. So we wanted to feature it. Just this thing is just kick ass. So there you have it. Those are our two top picks, and we have a bunch of honorable mentions, so we'll get into those as well. So first up for honorable mentions is Briar number 7. This is the 1 in 20 Ijikuri variant. I'm not reading Briar, but this cover really caught my eye, and it makes me interested in the book, which is what a cover should be doing. So we wanted to feature it. I love the blood stains on the character here. I love the chipped sword, the cranes. This thing is just really cool. I love the white and red, how it really works together. It's almost like a very soft looking cover, but just really beautiful. So we wanted to feature that one. And next up we have Catwoman 67, another Pablo Villalobos. A lot going on in this cover. There's the way this cover is put together is fantastic. I obviously like the Zatanna cover a little bit more, but this one has so much going on. The street below with the police cars, the Eiffel Tower in the background, the way the whip frames Catwoman's face, the building behind her. There's just a lot to like about this cover. And I really do appreciate when a cover, takes the time to put these types of details in. So we wanted to feature this one. Like I said, it's just really stunning cover. And next up we have Superman 16. This is the Nathan Zerdy variant featuring Zatanna. Again, another Superman 16, another Zatanna. It was kind of a toss-up. I am a fan of Nathan Zerdy. Not everything is my favorite from him, but there's a lot to like, especially with this cover. Again, lots of little details. The old school Superman. I love the trade behind it. I love the skulls in the corners. It's just, there's a lot to like about this cover, and obviously it's a very beautiful Zatanna. So there you have it. And next up we have Usagi Yojimbo, the Crow number 4. This is the David Nakayama variant. I just love when other artists get a chance at an Usagi cover, because it's just something different. You normally get the Stan Sakai covers and stuff like that, but I just thought this was really cool and really fun. I love the color with the blues and reds work really well with this. Just a very interesting David Nakayama cover. See a lot of his covers out there, and for the most part, I really like what I see, but this one really stood out, so we wanted to feature it. And next up, we have another Catwoman 67. This is the Racha Lin variant. I know this might not be everyone's most love style, but I really do like this. I know it has definitely like a manga anime kind of feel to it, but the details in this cover are just great. I love the Robin cat on her head, the Ivy cat that's playing in the bush, like the little plant in the corner, the Joker cat like ready to pounce and cause trouble. Again, just attention to detail and just packing a cover with a lot of fun detail. And it is a gorgeous cover. I do like it. So yeah, we wanted to throw that in there. And then next up, we have Vampirella 670. This is the Elias Chatzudis variant. I'm not too familiar with the artist, But this one really caught my eye. It's a beautiful Vampirella. I love the background with the Venus flytraps. There is a version of this cover available, or maybe it's a foil, but I like the trade above her head. I thought it framed it really well, with the swing lines like coming down. So we went with the trade on this one, but just a beautiful Vampirella cover. So those are normally going to make the list. And then next up, guys, we have Batman 609. This is the Wheeljack Virgin variant. So this was I believe a Wheeljack exclusive. So I think it went on sale a little while ago, and it's the Batman 609, which I have kind of mixed feelings about this. I love. I'll get me wrong. I have no issues with exclusives or anything like that. I do find it interesting though when it's an exclusive. That's a reprint of an issue. So Batman 609 is a pretty famous cover from the Hush run. Probably know. And it's just interesting to me. There's an Ivy series going on right now. Like there's a current Ivy series ongoing. Why I'm not really sure why this one wouldn't have been for an Ivy book. It's just interesting to me. That just always seems a little odd to me, but it is a absolutely stunning cover. So we wanted to put it on the list. But again, like the choice of which book that it goes on, it seemed a little odd to me. So yeah, we'll run through them real fast. Again, guys, just because there was a lot, and they're really great covers this week. A ton of covers, more than we normally have. So, Superman 16, the Pablo Villalobos. Incredible Hulk 14, the Gabriel Delgado. Briar number 7, the 1 in 20, Ijikuri. Catwoman 67, Pablo Villalobos. Superman 16, Nathan Zerdy. Usagi Yojimbo, the Crow number 4, the David Nakayama. Catwoman 67, Rach Stalin. Vampirella 670, Elias Katsudis. And Batman 609, this is the Wheeljack. So there you have it for covers, guys. Next up, we're going to get into eagerly awaited, most anticipated reads and releases of the week. Kind of a quiet week for this, but we'll get into it because there was just a ton of new titles and stuff like that. But there are some books that we're currently keeping up with that we are excited that are coming out. So first up, we have X-Men, Ultimate X-Men number 5 by Peach Momoko. Again, I feel like every time I talk about this book, I preface it by saying, I know this is not everyone's thing. I get it. It's not your typical X-Men book. And it did kind of get a little slow for me there. The last issue, number 4, kind of brought me back a little bit. I felt a little bit more excited about going into issue number 5 after reading number 4. So I am enjoying it. So we wanted to feature it. We also have a featured cover for this issue, which is the Pepe Larraz variant. The art on this is really nice, but we're more so featuring it because I'm guessing that this is potentially the team that you're getting, that they're kind of building towards. It just kind of seems that way by the characters that are featured on this. One or two characters on here, I'm not even sure who they are just yet, so I don't even know if they've been introduced, or I might have missed it. I'm not really sure, but that's what it seems like to me. So it looks like an all-female led team, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, I just feel like this is kind of, I wanted to feature this cover because I feel like this is kind of where it's headed as far as what the team's makeup might look like. So, and then for our next pick, we have Destro number 2 by Dan Waters, Andre Brenson, and Adriano Lucas. I really enjoyed the Destro first issue. It was just kind of a fun issue. It's a fun character. I do enjoy some of the other titles a little bit more, but I'm excited still to continue with this. It wasn't like I didn't like it or anything like that. It was just I really enjoyed the first issue with Scarlet. I thought the Duke and Cobra Commander runs were great, and I think this one has a lot of potential. So I'm looking forward to it. And then for honorable mention, we have Redcoat number 4 by Jeff Johns, Brian Hitch, Andrew Curie, Brad Anderson, and Rob Lee. Just a really great series. Redcoat has been really good. Besides Rook, which is probably my favorite Ghost Machine book, Redcoat's right there. It's probably the next one up, in my opinion. So, and it's great. It's just been a lot of fun. So, we're going to keep that on the list. So, and then next up, guys, we have the Funky Fresh category. Ton of new titles this week. So we'll just get into it. Our top pick for Funky Fresh, most anticipated new title of the week was Witchblade, number 1 by Marguerite Bennett Giuseppe Cafaro from Image. So we're getting Witchblade series, which I'm really pumped about. I love Witchblade. It sounds to me from the preview that it is going to be a relaunch, basically, and dealing with some different elements. So we'll see. But as far as I can tell, it's a relaunch or a reboot, however you want to word it. But really looking forward to it. There's obviously some really nice covers. You'll probably see a lot of awesome covers for this series as it goes along. But there are 2 featured covers that we wanted to throw on here. So the first one is the San Diego Comic-Con 2024 Jamie Tyndall variant. I'm guessing this is obviously a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Absolutely loving this. I believe there's also a red version. So you'll have to do a little bit of research, but everyone, look it up if it's something that interests you. But I was digging this white background. I thought it was really cool. I think it kind of really does a great job of highlighting the Witchblade costume, which does seem a little bit different for this run. So maybe that's something that will be in the story or something. I'm not quite sure. They'll have to give it a read and see what happens. And then next up, we had our 1 in 50 J. Scott Campbell variant. Always a big fan of J. Scott Campbell covers when they're not the like from Marvel or something like that. Obviously, I love the Marvel covers as well, but I'd love to see him do something with independent characters, different characters, and stuff like that. So to see a Witchblade J. Scott Campbell cover is really cool, and it's a great cover. So, and then our first honorable mention for Funky Fresh is Biker Mice from Mars, #1 by Melissa Flores and Francis Portela. So I didn't read the Cellverse preview book. I couldn't get my hands on it, but I heard really good things. I was a big Bikers Mice from Mars fan of the cartoon when I was growing up, so I'm curious about it. I do want to give it a shot. I don't remember too much of the show. I just remember thinking it was cool when I was a kid. So we'll probably pick it up, give it a shot, and see how it goes. But I know people are excited about it, so we wanted to feature it on the list. There is a cover we want to talk about. So our featured cover for this is the 1 in 50 Francis Portela variant. Obviously, Francis Portela is the main artist on the book, and this is a really awesome homage to Akira. So I threw this on there basically because I think this has potential of kind of being something that is a little bit sought after. So take that for what it's worth, to each your own. But yeah, it's something I'll be looking out for. If I find this for a good price, I'll probably end up picking it up. I just think it's going to be one of those weird books down the line that people will want to have in their collection. And then next up, guys, for honorable mention, we have Phoenix #1 by Stephanie Phillips, Alessandro Maccolo from Marvel. So this is the second new X-Men series that we're getting. It's a Phoenix solo book. It's just something interesting. Don't see too many Phoenix solo series, so we wanted to throw it on the list. It does sound cool. I'm trying to keep up with the X-Men stuff as it comes out. We'll see. I know there's a lot of titles that were released for it, so we'll see how it goes. But I am interested in it, so we'll see. And there's a couple featured covers. The 1 in 50 Rose Best Virgin variant. I just really love this. I thought it was really cool with the blues and oranges. I know Rose Besh is kind of hit or miss for some people. I am a big fan. She's also really, really nice. I've met her at a couple cons and stuff like that. She's very, very nice. But I absolutely love this. I think it's really cool. I like the feather off to the left side of the cover and stuff like that. It's just really cool looking. This is also available in the trade. So if you're not willing to spend 1 in 50 price on it, you can find it with the trade. But I thought the Virgin was it just looked great, so we wanted to feature that one. And then next up we have the 1 in 25 Greg Land variant. So we're featuring this for kind of a different reason. I'm not sure if he's homaging his Phoenix cover from Phoenix End Song. It kind of seems that way. It's a similar pose, similar look. It's just a little odd. Like it looks very similar. The Phoenix End Song cover is one of my favorite Phoenix covers of all time. So I wouldn't blame him if that's what he's doing here. But I saw the pose and I was just kind of like, is that what that's supposed to be? I'm not really sure. So, but it is a nice Phoenix cover, 1 in 25. So we wanted to feature it here. So, and then next up we have for honorable mentions, Powerpuff Girls #1 by Kelly Thompson, Paulina Grenichot from Dynamite. Sorry if I'm saying that name wrong. Powerpuff Girls new series. I'm sure this is hitting, the nostalgia button for a lot of people out there, which is great. I liked Powerpuff Girls as a show. I wasn't too interested in this until I saw that Kelly Thompson was writing it, though. That's really what kind of drew me in. I just love anything that she works on. I think she's a fabulous writer. So I'm curious to see what her writing is like with a title like the Powerpuff Girls. So that's why we wanted to throw that on here. And then next up, guys, we have Namor by Jason Aaron, Paul Davidson, and Alex Lins from Marvel. Again, Namor is not necessarily a title I would be all that pumped about, but then I saw this cover, and the cover definitely interests me. I want to know what's going on here, and that's what a cover should do, and I don't think they do that enough. I see this cover, and it makes me interested in the story right away. So that's kind of why we wanted to feature it. The cover absolutely drew me in. Like I said, not a big Namor fan. It's not really the character that's appealing to me. But this cover just really makes me want to read the issue. So we're going to give it a shot and see how it goes. There is a featured cover, and that is the Alex Malee variant. I believe there is a version that's either a 1 in 50 or 1 in 100. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I honestly think the trade looks better with him swimming down towards the Namor trade. Just think it's really cool. So there you have it, guys. Obviously, a huge section of Funky Fresh this week. A lot of new titles. So some fun stuff to pick up and new stuff to read. So I'm looking forward to that. And then next up, guys, we have our Spotlight Key of the Week. And that is going to be Final Fight #1 by Matt Moylan and Matthew Weldon from Udon. Key significance premiere issue of miniseries based on the classic Capcom arcade game. So this is a bit of a Homer's pick or a bias pick for me. I love Final Fight. I thought it was such an awesome arcade game when I was growing up. So this isn't the first time Final Fight's been featured in a comic or anything like that. But they are getting their own series, and I think it's worth noting. I think it's going to be good. So I'm kind of pumped. I also think it might tie into the Street Fighter universe. I think that's the case because they did release the free comic book day Street Fighter versus Final Fight. So I think it's the shared universe. I could be wrong. I'm not keeping up on too much of the Street Fighter stuff, besides picking up some covers here and there. But yeah, we did want to feature this. I just think it's a cool title that's coming out, and I'll give it a shot. The story of the game is absolutely ridiculous. So so we'll see how it goes, but it should be fun. At the very least, I think it will be fun. And then we did have an honorable mention for Key of the Week, and that is Incredible Hulk #14. So we're featuring it again by Philip Kennedy, Johnson, and Kit Klein, or that should have said Nick Klein, I think, from Marvel. Key significance. This is a possible first appearance of Enkidu, the first Hulk. So I am behind on my Hulk series. I have been reading it, but I'm a bit behind, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on. This is just something that was brought to my attention. So possible first appearance, obviously. So we just wanted to feature it. Nothing too crazy. Obviously, our first pick was the Final Fight because I think that's a little bit more of a fun, Key of the Week. But yeah, there you have it, guys. So that's the list. Like I said, it was a huge list this week, but I had a lot of fun putting it together. A ton of covers. It was so hard to pick which covers I wanted to feature because there were so many. So great week for covers. Great week for new titles. Oh, definitely get out there. It's going to be a good week to be hitting up your LCS. As always, guys, you can find me on Instagram and Whatnot. We're doing Whatnot shows every Friday night. If not Friday, then Saturday. It's normally one or the other, but we do like to run on Fridays if possible. Besides that, like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. I hope everyone has a great week. I will talk to you guys next week. And as always, guys, happy hunting.